What's going on, everybody? TG here, back with another video, and I want to talk to you guys today about why I just dropped $6,500 on this EV company that I think is going to make big strides in 2021 and the future. The company is XPEV. As you guys can clearly see here, I sold two puts, the 35 and the $30 put for January 2022, and we got paid some pretty good credit for that as well. If we go ahead and look at it and how much we actually got, we got right here $700 for this one and $940 for that one. So clearly a lot of money, a lot of premium being paid for this. There's a lot of, optimism and also negativity, implied volatility essentially. Some people are expecting a big leap up and a lot of people are expecting a big leap down. I think that this company is going to do well. I think it's going to continue to grow as it has. And the reason I say that is it's expanding its market and it's had some good news come out recently. If we go ahead and look at XPEV, they are a Tesla rival and they're seeking to make their own autonomous driving chips, which is huge. So the Chinese electric car maker XPEV or Xpeng is looking to make its own semiconductors for autonomous driving. Autonomous driving is a big thing. Obviously, Tesla takes advantage of it and does very, very well with that. So they're looking to do that, and they're launching a new electric sedan called the P5 as well. They also just announced a strategic partnership to accelerate smart EV adoption. So they're taking strides in the right direction, and I think that they are going to do very, very well. They also have very nice looking cars. And based in China, it's a top tier city for electric vehicles, growing at a high demand. Customer demand is extremely high as well for smart EVs and is spurring rapid growth in the market in China. So whenever we think about EVs, the best place right now for EVs is China, and the smart EVs are accessible to a wider range of customers. And this strategic partnership with Zhongshan will strengthen the leadership in the fast-growing smart EV sector in China. Now, I want to talk to you guys about some of the fundamentals about Xpeng, break that down, see how the company's doing, and if it's a good time to get in. Because I think this is an amazing time. I'm going to be honest with you. I got in at about like 33, so I'm down a little bit on the puts right now. As you can clearly see, we're down, let's see here. We're down a little bit on it as of right now. Not too much, like $193 on this one, and then we're up $1.98 on this one. So we're not down that much. Obviously on the 35 we are, because there's a lot more, and the company did go down a lot right after I got into it, because it's had a really, really bad week. So I got into it around like here, and then it ended up crashing another about 5%. But it's down a lot from its highs as well. If we go ahead and look at where it was, this was $72. Obviously, I think that's a little far stretch. My price target for the end of the year of this company is about $55. I don't think it's going to get up to 75 for at least another year or two, unless EV really takes off and accelerates much faster than we expect. And, it definitely could. There's nothing stopping it. Its market cap is very small compared to some of the other EV companies, $24.42 billion, and they just had a really good quarter, actually, where they had $2.85 billion in revenue. They're still unprofitable, but they are, they're coming up, and they're doing a lot in the right direction for that. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with this company going forward, and I believe it goes much, much higher. It's doing the things right. They're releasing their sedan, and they're really targeting the middle class, and I think that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. People want to switch to EVs. They want to use EVs, and that's the biggest audience you're going to get. There's the most people, and they have the most amount of money to actually put into that. Yeah, obviously some of the very wealthy have that money, but there are a lot of them are looking at companies like NIO, to put their money into, because NIO has those high-end cars, and there's also much fewer of them in the top 1-2%. That's why they're called the top 1 or 2%. So going after the middlemen is amazing, and I think that it's a great time to buy this stock. Like I said, it's been on a downtrend. It really took a beating. Dropped low, recovered, dropped low. And now I'm expecting us to recover very, very nicely. I mean, it was as low as 26, so it is up from that. But overall, I mean, this company is solid with solid fundamentals and solid growth. And I just expect it to continue to go up and up and up. I really like the whole EV sector. And I mean, if you compare it to things like, NIO, who's also, doing very, very well, NIO's 60 billion valuation. So, over double. And, the revenue is not that significantly higher. So to be valued at, like 2.5 times, and revenue's about 2 times. It's they're good competitors, but they're also, you know, they're also both prepped very well for the future, and I can see both of these stocks continuing to rise. But when you look at a company that 60 billion versus 24 billion, that's a big difference. So they obviously Xpeng has a lot of room to grow. And the good thing about our strategy that we're doing, we're not going to make a ton on XPEG, obviously. The most we can make on it is, almost 1,700, like $1,650. But I mean, that's pretty good. $1,650 for January. This put's still out of the money. So this put is still, we don't have to buy the shares. Worst case scenario, if, the time comes and XPEB's in the 20s or sitting right where it is at 30 exactly, then we'll pick up, 100 shares at, 35. So we're getting a good percent return on investment. We're putting up $3,500 and we're getting paid, $940. So that's obviously pretty good right there. That's a very good return on investment, especially for something pretty safe as well. Same with this. We're putting up $3,000. We're getting paid $700. So it's a pretty safe strategy. I'm not too worried about it. I really like it in the future, and I like to see where it's going. But markets have not been friendly recently to some of the EV players. They've been all taking beat downs. Even NIO is not having a great month. It's down 19% for the month, and from its highs of about 62, it's down about 42%. But NASDAQ and Dow are flying. Dow just continues to go up every single day, 34,200. S&P's hitting new all-time highs, and NASDAQ's just about near its all-time high as well, with VIX going down. So, there is a bit of a rotation, but at the same time, I think the EVs will have their day. And usually when they have their day, it's a big bounce. So if you catch it on the bottom, it can be a very, very big bounce. But I like this company a lot. I think it's definitely worth taking a position in. I really do. It's very close to its lows, and I expect it to go much, much higher. So it's a great time to get in. Obviously, the high is 75, the low is 17, and we're sitting at 30. I think it's a pretty good time to get into it, especially it's kind of established itself here. It had some really good news come out, and it posted a really good earnings. I mean, we're talking revenue of 345% year-over-year growth. That's huge right there. So that's a big thing for the company. And, like I said, I see this stock going much, much higher very soon. So worst case scenario, if it does drop into about the 28s, I'm going to add again another put on it, get about 300 shares. So I'll have about 10% of my portfolio into XPEV if that does happen. I hope it doesn't, because I don't want to have to do that. But, we are going to be buying the dip because this is a great company, and I believe that this company will continue to go much, much higher. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know how you guys did this week. Some of you guys are asking about some of the plays I made. Nothing too much. Like I said, we did the XPEVs. We locked in profits on NVIDIA, holding Baba strong, added some Amron puts this week, and then added another AMD put that were up $101 on. We were up over $200 on it yesterday, but we're still up $101 for 2 days, so that's pretty good. We're very happy about that. We're still sitting with our apples. We're still done a lot on those naked calls that we're trying to hedge ourselves with, but hopefully if next week's a flat week, those calls will just get theta rocked, and if it goes down, we should be almost up on those calls by the end of next week. So that's what we're planning on for next week. We're very excited, and we had a good week overall. We did very, very well this week, and we're going to continue to hopefully see that. So let me know your guys' thoughts on everything, but overall it's a very, very good month for us so far, up $16,236. So let me know how your guys' week was. Join the Discord, link in the description below, and just have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.